taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind it. And the ball is loose on the return. A rather inauspicious start, but a golden opportunity after.
First and 10.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Quarterback keeps it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Memphis.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. On the run, it's Harris. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They go right back to him. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little extra time. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Powers through the defender. The Gamecocks will keep this drive going.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Return goes out of bounds.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And they get the sack, but they knew it was a pass. You go nickel, you bring more speed on the field, more DBs, you let the pass rush eat. Everybody communicates, right? Like you understand by formation, by tendency, they're throwing the football. Nice job by the defense understanding what the offense was trying to do.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got his man. Oh, what a cut! Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
3rd down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Tigers in the hurry up.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They're going to test the right side with this one. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Gonna run it. It's Harris. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, South Carolina 7, Memphis 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Lets it go. A strike downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Gets it out quickly. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Memphis needs to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Able to get one down to the 15.
Gain of 1. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over the Red Hawks of Miami. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. On the run, it's Harris. On the move at the 30. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Might as well give it to him again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. He's piled up 76 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and
What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Memphis picking up the tempo. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
South Carolina.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive with a pass. And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Banks. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Will take over. First and 10.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
On second down, they'll take to the air. That's caught. It's Henry. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Memphis wants to move quickly.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Catch in the middle. It's Claiborne. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. That last play has his defense on its heels. Now it's first and 10 from the 21. They want to just keep throwing it. Looking down the middle. Touchdown, Memphis. What a grab and go for the score.
Number 4. Catch and score.
Here comes the two-point try. He finds his man. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Right back to the well. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Right down the gut of the field. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 6 over the Pandas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Memphis. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Number 3.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. The snap sets up the throw. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
18.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo going.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. He's got his man. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. He saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and woo, he took it.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Peters. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking to throw for it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, going to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the third quarter. South Carolina, 31, Memphis, 18.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. To the ground with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He hurls one deep down the left side. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Memphis picking up the tempo. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
To the air on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
On second down, he's looking downfield. It's caught. Afterburners coming. The 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. First and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Well, the good news on that play is the quarterback was able to scramble and go pick up the first down with the lead late in the game. Bad news is, though, you just love them to stay in bounds to get this clock started sooner so you can bleed more of it off. That's just a coachable moment moving forward of having a better understanding of the situation in game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give and tick, 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 tick. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Big third down for this team. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. With the catch, it's Harris. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. Drills him with the stiff arm. The stiff arm gets him loose. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Ohio. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Brings it down on the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Wide out in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tiger.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the point after is good.
South Carolina, 38. Memphis.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Across the 25, he's got room. Running toward the tape. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And it's go time for this defense, right? Like, it's go time. We got to commit more guys near the line of scrimmage. We have to get a stop. That clock is ticking. It is not our friend. We got to get the football back.
They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Gamecocks will try to run out the clock in the final minute. On the ground, it's Harris. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, them making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense stays aggressive, and listen, everybody likes it when it works. But now you are leaning on your defense, and this thing just got interesting.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Going up top on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Memphis wants to move quickly. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Here's a throw downfield late. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.